કીડી અને હાથી. કીડીનું વિઝન કેટલું હોય અને હાથીનું વિઝન. આમ આપણે કીડી જેવા ને હાથી જેવા. દિનકરભાઈનો ફર્સ્ટ સંક મારો કોન્ટેક્ટ. Sorry, Emily. My first contact with Dinkarbai was in 1993 when Dinkarbai rang me. I think it was the month of April. At that time, I was going to India in Delhi for the opening ceremony of Delhi Mandir. But the ceremony was postponed and I did not know about it till Dinkarbai rang and said as I was going to India for that opening ceremony, but that program has been cancelled. And he asked me to come to USA in June 12th as we were celebrating 75th birthday of Kakaji. At that time I told Dinkar uncle that I don't know anybody in USA. So Dinkar uncle said, I'm here. And the first time, I had a vision like I wanted to go to USA for a very long time. I think it was about age of 7 when I was in Kenya. I used to visit American embassy there. There's a library there. And I used to look at the American history, read about America and all these things. I thought one day I will go there. But instead of going to America, I ended up in England, UK. But that dream was still there. And it was fulfilled in June, I think June 10th, 1993, when I came first time to America and met Dinkar uncle. We were welcomed by our Das Kaka and Sankar Bhai came to the airport to receive us with the garland. And I was surprised, And I think they were preparing some stuff for the Samayos. And we first came to Sankar Bhai's house, and that's where I met Dinkar uncle. And seeing Dinkar uncle first time was like, I known him for many years. It was like love at first sight. Same thing happened with Kakaji. Like I was reading today in Akhilit Prava, that Kakaji met some astrologer. One of the Hari Bhaktas introduced that astrologer to Kakaji, that he can read our mind. But when he came to the Kakaji, he couldn't see anything. So he said Kakaji was beyond him. Now before meeting Kakaji, I used to do yoga and I was having that siddhi as well, where I could look at the people and see what they were thinking. And that was taking me into my egoism. I used to meet Sahib and Papaji, but at that time I could not focus on what they were thinking because they were very high, Gunatit. So when I was reading this today, I felt that I was doing the same thing. So when this astrologer met Kakaji, he couldn't figure out what Kakaji was thinking, because Kakaji was thinking was very different from what we ordinary people think. And meeting Kakaji, he changed my brain completely, like he wiped the slate completely clean. From that time, I never had a thought about yoga. Although I talk about yoga, but I never think that I will do that yoga. Because higher than yoga is bhakti yoga. And the same thing I learned from the Dinkar uncle, the bhakti yoga is most important than any other siddhis. In my mind, I always say that the one in the Akshardham is here with me in Dinkar Bhai's form. Many people are looking for miracles from Dinkar uncle, and take it from me, you will be wasting your time asking for miracles. Either you accept him as he is, because I can tell you that much. The one who is in Akshardham, Purushottam Narayan, today is in the world, is in Dinkar uncle, and we see him as a Gunatit saint. I'm very fortunate that I met good Bhagwadis. If you don't have a Bhagwad in your life, you'll never understand Dinkar uncle or Gunati Saint Purush. To find good Bhagwadis also is very lucky. And only if he focuses on us to join a good Bhagwadi, then we'll understand his Sarup. At the time of Swaminarayan Bhagwan, there were 500 Paramahansas, including Gunatitanand Swami. Those Paramahansas were very high. They had equivalent power of what Maharaj had. But they failed to recognize Maharaj. The only one who could recognize Maharaj was Gunatitanand Swami. Similarly, at the time of Gunatitanand Swami, there were many other saints. Paramahansas were still there. But ordinary tailor, ordinary Brahman, and a shoemaker were the people who recognized Gunatitanand Swami. Coming down the hierarchy, I learned that very highly scholar saint Shastriji Maharaj recognized Bhagatji Maharaj. A 7 years old Dadubhai recognized Shastriji Maharaj. And same Dadubhai also recognized Yogi Ji Maharaj. We sing about glory of Swaminarayan Bhagwan, Pragat Sants, but we fail to talk about Pratyaks, who is in front of us. If we don't start singing the glory of him now, you will never sing about him. You look at the Kakaji's life history, he's been singing glory of Shastriji Maharaj, Yogi Ji Maharaj. That was in his blood. We are fortunate that we have somebody like them. But we are afraid to sing glory of him. I don't know what's stopping us. I asked Dinkar uncle about 2 years ago when I had the experience of Dinkar uncle. I think we were at Bhanu Ben's house. We were doing Ma Puja at that time, and I told Dinkar uncle, that I want to sing the glory of you. But Dinkar uncle, I think, asked me to stop now. But I think I asked for his permission that let's talk about your glory. I know you would like us to live like that rather than talk. But then if we don't talk, we won't be able to tell the world or the people who are here who you are. Bhagaji Maharaj talked about Gunatitanand Swami. Gunatitanand Swami talked about Maharaj. Kakaji talked about Sastri Maharaj, Yogi Ji Maharaj. So I think it's time for us to sing the glory of you and Bharat Bhai. You are chosen by Kakaji. You made Kakaji happy. And we want to make you happy as well, but without your Archivad is impossible. So today on your Pragatya Din, our humble prayer to your lotus feet is that grant us the boon, the buddhi, so that we can sing the glory of you and your muktos. Sahajanand Swami Maharaj ni jai.
ના જેટલું સરસ ભાઈ જય સ્વામિનારાયણ જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
પૂર્ણ પુરુષોત્તમ સર્વોપરી શ્રી હરિ સહજાનંદ સ્વામી સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાનની જય. અનાદિ મૂળ અક્ષર મૂર્તિ શ્રી ગુણાતીતાનંદ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય.